witnesses who have come today to this hearing. The refugee crisis in Syria is a humanitarian disaster, and I want to thank the chairman for convening this hearing and for helping shine the light on what is happening. I'm the son of a refugee from Cuba who fled oppression, and to the refugees who've come here today, let me say welcome. And I think the United States should always be a clarion voice for freedom and a voice against the oppression of the innocent. Given what is happening in Syria, the United States is rightly participating in the relief efforts there. And I think it is critical that that our aid be dispensed in a way that is consistent with the vital national security interest of the United States, and in particular with our allies in the region and maintaining stability in the region. In the next few months, we're going to mark the 3rd anniversary of the beginnings of the civil war in Syria, which tragically grinds on with no foreseeable prospect of resolution in the near future. And the humanitarian crisis continues to get worse by the day. Amnesty International estimates that some 2.3 million people have been displaced. 52% of them are children. 1/3 of Syria's population has been forced out of their homes. Jordan's population has increased by 9%, and Lebanon's population has increased by 19%. This disaster demands the attention of the United States, not only because Americans are and have been traditionally a generous people who have volunteered to step forward with assistance in humanitarian crises, but also because this crisis threatens the stability of some of our key allies, including Jordan, Lebanon, and Israel. Given its fragile political situation, Lebanon is a particular concern. It would be tragic and dangerous if the Iranian-backed Hezbollah militia exploited the humanitarian crisis to gain control of the country. And we should be particularly concerned by recent reports that Hezbollah is smuggling long-range missile systems from Syria into Lebanon, where they could be used to target Israel. It is also a serious concern that some of the al-Qaeda-affiliated terrorists who have infiltrated the Syrian opposition have also apparently infiltrated the refugee population and are using them as cover to move into host nations. This has obviously been a grave concern to many countries who've been asked to grant additional visas. In addition, I'm particularly concerned about the neglected plight of the many Christian refugees both inside and outside of Syria. The reports of the ancient Christian communities that are targeted by extremist elements in the opposition that the regime forces can't or won't protect are heartbreaking. And as we explore the visa issue, we should not neglect the tragic circumstance of Syrian Christians facing oppression. For a long time, Chairman Durbin has worked hard to ensure that perpetrators of human rights abuses do not attain safe haven in the United States. And I thank the chairman for his leadership on that issue, particularly through the Genocide Accountability Act and the Human Rights Enforcement Act, both of which have been made law. While we've come a long way because of the chairman's work, his intention highlights that challenges still remain to improve federal law and to strengthen our immigration screening system at the front end, thereby ensuring that dangerous people are not allowed into this country in the first instance. So not only do we have a humanitarian crisis, we have potentially a security crisis as well. I look forward to hearing the thoughts and learned judgment of the members of this panel on how we can approach these interrelated problems, and hopefully on how we can make progress on alleviating both. And I welcome you.